about you, but when I see a celebrity, endorsing something, I often think, wow, it must be great. They get all of that money, and sometimes it can even be a product that they like. We told you recently, didn't we, about the Girls Aloud star Kimberly Walsh. Rather amusingly, she's suddenly now a DIY expert for the DIY store here in the United Kingdom, Wix. But then sometimes the celebrity does match the brand. We've seen for many years, in fact, how certain companies decide to hire people. Over here, for instance, in the United Kingdom, we have the TV presenters Anton Deck giving us advice on how to bank with Santander. That's the multi-millionaires Anton Deck telling us how to save a few pounds by going to the bank. You get the picture. But this particular story did make me smile, and I wanted to share it with you because it really features the embattled TV presenter and host Holly Willoughby. She fronts a very sort of beleaguered programme right now over here in the United Kingdom called This Morning, alongside, some say, the disgraced TV presenter Philip Schofield. Now, it's been played out in the tabloids for days, will they, won't they present together? Are they speaking? Are they not speaking? Backstage feuds, all the things that do really well to make sure that that daytime audience tune in to see if there's a bit of bitterness between the two. Now, what's fascinating is, of course, they're both paid an extortionate amount of money, essentially to read on auto cue, look happy, and look like they can stand the sight of each other for about 2.5 hours every day. The side trappings to that is that you get mega deals offered. One a little bit like this, particularly if you're Holly Willoughby. That's right, a fashion edit with the supergiant retail clothing and food store Marks and Spencer's. Now, what's interesting here is Holly, as I say, edits her own fashion plates for the brand, no doubt for a substantial amount of money. But recently, as the programme's been embattled in all sorts of dire shenanigans, Holly decided to pop out, the sort of snatched paparazzi shot, looking glum, clutching your phone, that sort of thing. Now, what's interesting here is Holly snuck out in a coat by Chloe, over £1,000 plus, as the magazine pointed out, also a shoulder bag from Gucci at over £2,000 plus. Very relatable to the daytime TV audience, I'm sure you'll agree. Particularly those that are on income support or simply, finding times incredibly tough. Very connectable indeed. But the bigger problem for Holly Willoughby is simply this. You see, the deal with Marks and Spencer's, I'm sure they would have agreed, they would have liked to have seen Holly in such a wonderful, picture-perfect opportunity, given the fact that interest in her was mega high at this time. Now, we put a call into Marks and Spencer's naturally and asked if this was the case. They pointed out to me that it wasn't part of her contract, that she had to be seen out in their clothing at any given point. Fascinating when you consider the money that they're giving away to Holly. You get the picture. But I don't decree her that. If she doesn't have to wear it, why bother? But more importantly then, why make such a big fanfare of Holly's edit on the website and indeed in the media when it suits them? Now, when you think about it also, would you now buy clothes knowing the fact that this particular individual has a handbag worth over £2,000 and slips on a daytime coat of over £1,000? All the meanwhile telling us exactly how to shop on a budget and her favourite edits at our favourite budget, some say, retail store. If, of course, you can afford it. I'd love to know what you think to this particular daft celebrity breaking story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.